We're here to honor the life of my mother, Andrea Levine. Although our family and friends unfortunately cannot be here during these difficult times, I would just like to say a few words about the person that I knew. My mother was, at her core, a self-professed homebody with her set routine. Her typical day would begin with a cup of coffee or two, or maybe even three, because she was never a morning person. In fact, it was wise not to speak with her if we had to awaken for some reason before 9 a.m. She was a news junkie and would religiously read Newsday almost every day, cover to cover. If this wasn't done by dinner time, she would become a bit stressed due to being, quote, behind schedule. Oftentimes, her afternoon project would include coupon cutting in order to get the correct products at the specific supermarket for the optimal price. Fortunately, this preparedness led to a consistent and usually tasty home-cooked dinner every evening exactly at 5 o'clock. In the evening, it was time for television, and I mean hardcore. Back in the roaring 90s, we would often have 3 VCRs recording TV shows at the same time as she would simultaneously watch a 4th show. As you'd imagine, the invention of TiVo and DVR was like a dream come true for her. I have many fond memories of watching shows by her side, whether it be laughing at Seinfeld, judging contestants together on American Idol, or just kicking back with the good old TGIF lineup. Outside of her daily routines and rituals, my mother was a very social person and placed a high value on other people and her friendships. Her oldest friend Laura from childhood described her as fun-loving and fiercely loyal ever since her teenage years. She certainly carried that into adulthood and would often have lunch dates with local friends or simply talk to people on the phone for hours at a time. She had such a penchant for questioning others that all my childhood friends knew when they were coming over the house to prepare for an interrogation on the status of their lives. This continued with all my adult friends. Games were always a staple activity within her life. I fondly remember all of the board games she used to play with just me, games like Kismet and Milbourne. I also remember her having lots of trivia death matches against my father or one-on-one ping pong tournaments. But few memories are as special as the gatherings we had with our family and friends while playing social games such as Balderdash, which would often leave her laughing into a fit of tears. Thanks, Lenny. She was an avid traveler as well, certainly not afraid to jump on an airplane and go, after the coffee anyway. Some of her favorite recurring trips included the Catskills, the Poconos, and Atlantic City with her brother Gary, my Aunt Shelley, and Fern. But in the spirit of adventure, during the course of her life, she had also gone sailing on a Scandinavian cruise, admiring of the Great Pyramids of Egypt, and swimming in the Mediterranean Sea. But what I'll miss the most about my mother is her strong-willed and at times stubborn nature. It was her way, no questions, no debate. Although this led to a lot of bickering between us over the years, her steadfastness helped keep me focused, grounded, and able to stay the path in the way of good grades in school and future achievements in life. She was largely responsible for the person I've become today, and I'm forever grateful for her guidance, her humor, her playfulness, and her love. Mom, may you rest in peace and say hi to Poppy for me.